Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Quindell Johnson, and goodbye, Joshua Bledsoe. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers have signed a safety to the roster, but had to let one player leave to create some room. But first, before I get more into who they are and their introduction to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right into it. So, it is official. Quindell Johnson is a Pittsburgh Steeler, and he is a safety. And just to kind of introduce you to who he is 25 years old. He's appeared in 9 NFL games, and this all occurred during the 2023 NFL season with the Chicago Bears. So he does have some experience in this league. Johnson, he recorded 3 tackles and 1 interception in a short time. His pick came in a blowout loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, intercepting quarterback Blaine Gabbert late in the game. So, when looking at Johnson, he came undrafted into the NFL in 2023 out of Memphis. Johnson has bounced around several rosters. He originally signed with the Los Angeles Rams as an undrafted free agent. He spent the summer with the team, but then he was waived in the final cutdowns before the 53-man roster. He then latched on to the Chicago Bears and was carried through the summer of 2024 before being waived again. Johnson returned to the Rams this past season in 2024, spending the season on the practice squad before being released in January. The San Francisco 49ers then picked him up that later month, but released him in May. So he's kind of bounced all around this league with several different teams. He just can't seem to stick on a certain team. And he seems to just be a guy who hasn't been given the opportunity that much. But in a short opportunity to actually see the field, he has some production. Like I said, 1 interception. So, at his 2023 Pro Day, going all the way back to college, Johnson weighed in at 6 feet tall, 201 pounds. He ran a 4.55 40-yard dash time and jumped a 32.5-inch vertical. And at Memphis, he recorded 321 career tackles, 10 interceptions, and to date, he's played 35 NFL defensive snaps and another 106 on special teams. And that is where he's going to have to make his mark with the Steelers, because Johnson will add some depth throughout the summer at the safety position, but they have Minkah Fitzpatrick, we have Deshaun Elliott, we have Juwan Thornhill, who was signed in free agency this season, we have Miles Killebrew, and we have some other reserve and future players and undrafted rookies on the team, like Iowa's Sebastian Castro and veteran Joshua Bledsoe, who was just released. We have some veterans on this roster. We have many players at the safety position. So if Johnson's going to want to stick on this team, he's not really going to have to make his mark on the defense of the ball. Don't get me wrong, he's going to have to make some plays there, but he's going to have to show it on special teams. He's going to have to show what he's capable of doing on that side of the ball, because we're still looking for a gunner. We're still looking for some players to play special teams. And we all know if you could get on Danny Smith's good side and he really likes you as a player, he could find a way for you to make this final team, make this final cutdowns before the 53-man roster. So get on Danny Smith's good side, play special teams, go all out there, and then let your work show for it. Make some key plays on defense and then show that you're able to do both. So that's how he's going to have to make this roster. So Johnson, he will catch on with his new teammates starting today, Thursday, at the final OTA practice before it ends, and then mandatory minicamp starts next week. So he will now see if he can make this team. Now, moving over to the player the Pittsburgh Steelers released, because they made some space on their roster for Johnson, and that player was Joshua Bledsoe. They released him. He was a safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, Bledsoe, he entered the league as a 6th-round pick by the New England Patriots in the 2021 NFL Draft out of Missouri. He saw limited action in the 2022 and 2023 campaign for New England. He recorded just 1 tackle in 4 games. And after his release by the New England Patriots, Bledsoe briefly signed with the UFL's Santonio Brahmas before inking a reserve and future deal with the Steelers in January. Coming out of Missouri, he played at 204 pounds, 5'11". He had 131 tackles there, 8 tackles for loss and interception during his 4 collegiate seasons. And he didn't really see the field much in the NFL. And he is really just a camp body for the Steelers. And he was released to make some space for Johnson. The Steelers didn't need to create this space for Johnson to sign, because this signing of Johnson would have made it a 91-man roster, but he was released anyway. So it seems like the Pittsburgh Steelers just didn't want him anymore. And the Steelers are probably going to create some more space as well, because we all know Donald Parham Jr., he got injured in camp, torn Achilles, out for the season. So the Pittsburgh Steelers will eventually put him on the reserve role in terms of he'll be out for season, and that'll create an extra roster spot. So the Steelers really didn't need to release Bledsoe, but they did so anyway. So that means that he wasn't really performing how they wanted him to perform, and that's just opened up more roster spots. Maybe they go out and sign some other players, and there's going to be new signings here shortly. I'll cover all that as well. But Pittsburgh Steelers, as of right now, have 1 open roster spot, probably 2 though in the coming days. So once again, Joshua Bledsoe, he's released by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He spent some time with some other teams in this league, like the San Francisco 49ers. He spent some time with the Los Angeles Rams during his career. So at least he was released so early in the offseason, it gives him a chance to go out and sign with a different team and join their camp and try to make their roster. At least this isn't a cut that happened right before cut downs, where you're not given a chance to go out and sign with a different team and compete for a spot. He's given a chance, and hopefully he makes the most of it and earns a spot with a different team. This isn't the end for him, but he's going to have a hard time making it in this league, but let's hope for the best. He didn't really have much room to work with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just like Johnson, he's going up against a stacked Steelers defensive back group with the veterans and some other guys, and he would have had to make his way through special teams as well on Danny Smith's good side, and then go through some defensive plays. So basically, like Joshua Bledsoe, Johnson's have to work his way, and hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to him where he gets cut later. The Steelers roster right now is unlike any other roster based in the NFL. They have an international exemption, so they're allowed to have their roster at 91 players. That's why basically I'm saying that the Pittsburgh Steelers have open roster spots, because even though they have their roster capped out right now at 90 for most teams, they're allowed that extra 91 because Julius Welshoff, their international player, has an exemption which allows the Pittsburgh Steelers to hold an extra player on their roster. But let me your thoughts down in the comments below on this addition of Johnson. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think he has any chance of making this final roster? Or do you believe, like I believe, he'll probably just be a camp body? Maybe he'll get released and then be on the practice squad, but he really doesn't have a chance to make this final team. Let me your thoughts down in the comments below on him. And also let me your thoughts down in the comments below on the release of Bledsoe. Did you want him to stick around, or are you fine with the move the Steelers made in the last few days? Also, let me your thoughts down in the comments below. Is there any other players out there in free agency, whether that's the free agent market or undrafted free agent market, that you would like the Pittsburgh Steelers to look at to adding to their roster? Maybe a wide receiver, maybe a different position. Who would you want the Pittsburgh Steelers to add that's still out there? And also, who do you believe out of the more unlikely people who the Pittsburgh Steelers have signed will make this final team? That's it for me. However, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, everything surrounding this team. I've covered it this entire offseason, whether it's new players, every new addition has been covered on the channel. Go ahead and check it out. And even all the highlights and analysis of camp, they're on the channel as well. So stay tuned as we head into mandatory minicamp here next week, and then training camp. I'll cover it all. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications for this channel. And until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.